Over the next few minutes, you'll learn how to evaluate a source of information for use in your schoolwork. Why is it important to evaluate sources? The internet contains a lot of information, and just about anyone can publish. This is good because more perspectives are represented. However, just because something is published online doesn't mean it's always correct or useful for schoolwork, like writing a paper. This means that it's important to be able to review a source and determine whether or not it is accurate and appropriate for schoolwork. Good sources will help you get schoolwork done faster and earn better grades. Scope refers to what the source covers and what it leaves out. Does it have the information you need to complete your assignment? Let's look at a few examples. In a book, you might look at the table of contents, index, or even the back cover to get a sense for what's included and if it meets your needs. When looking at a website, you may find that the headings or links on the home page tell you what will be included. Click around and try using the search box, if there is one, to find what you need for your assignment. If there is no search box, you can still search the page by pressing the keys Command plus F on a Mac or Control plus F on a PC and typing in your search.
Who was the source written for? It may be very accurate, but the material may not be appropriate for schoolwork depending on your assignment. For example, articles in popular magazines may be written for adults, but your assignment may require more scholarly writing. Scholarly writing is typically found in sources like academic journals, books, and other materials your library carries. Look for journals that are peer-reviewed. Peer review is the evaluation of research findings by qualified experts. This means that the material meets the standard for academic research. Authority refers to the qualifications of the author or publisher of a source. There are two ways to consider authority. Is it published by an expert on the topic? Look to see who is responsible for the work. What do they do? What are their qualifications? If it's difficult to tell, you may not be able to trust the source. It's also important to know if the source is written by a person or company that might be trying to sell you something or push a particular point of view that might be biased. Community. Does the author represent the community described? You will need to get information on the author if you need a point of view from a particular group of people. For example, if you need a Native perspective on Native writing, you'll want to verify that the author is Native by searching on the web.
When we talk about the quality of a source, we're considering a few things that will help us decide if we should trust it. Is the information accurate? Do the facts presented conflict with what you already know? Compare the information you find between sources if you aren't sure. Check out the look and feel of the source. Are the images clear? Do the links work? Is the text grammatically correct and free of typos? Currency refers to when a source was published and whether or not it's up to date. Consider researching a disease for a biology paper, only to realize the medical book you've been using was written in 1950. It's probably not the latest information anymore. Check the date published and consider checking other sources to make sure it's likely to be the latest information available. On the other hand, if you're writing a history paper, the sources you use may need to be of that particular time period. It's important to understand the context of your assignment to know how current your sources should be.
Let's recap a few of the key concepts we learned today. Scope. What is the source for? Audience. Who is the source for? Authority. Who wrote the source? Quality of content. Is the source accurate and clear? Currency. When was the source published? Go to tiny.cc/evaluate sources to see and download a checklist that can help you review sources for your next assignment. If you have more questions, ask your librarian for help.